Bitcoin has seen some downside volatility today, and I see a lot of panic in the market. However, not all hope is lost yet, you guys. However, there are a few key levels I'm currently watching that I believe are important for the immediate short term here. I was actually pointing out this horizontal green line in the MDX Algo Discord community earlier. Before a good chunk of this dump, I think we were somewhere up in here when I was warning about coming back and testing this level down here. And basically, my reasoning for that was I'm looking at that as a bit of a confirmed higher low at this point. As you guys will probably be aware, I mean, when we were trading at this range, I said that, we have our high here, we set a higher high here. Lowest point between those levels was this wick down here, so that's where my purple line is. That was the higher low that I was looking at once we confirmed that we broke above this range here. And kind of looking at something similar here is just that we had this high here, this little wick, and we actually did very slightly close above with our candle bodies on this little pump here, which, I mean, this straight up, it does look like a bit of a fake out, a little bit of a deviation here. But the fact is we had a high here and we have a higher high here. Our lowest point between those two is this level here. So this green line is what I'm currently looking at as a bit of a confirmed higher low. That is, I mean, this was very close. Maybe that's not going to play out where this does act as such a level, but it's nice to see even on these couple of 4-hour candles, it's obviously a level of interest in the market, even if we do dump from here. I do like to give a little bit of extra wiggle room here. I'm going to say the very bottom of this range is kind of here, again, outlined by a purple line here around 22.3K. I think that if we end up dropping this level, confirming that we drop below the purple line, kind of flip it into resistance, I think it makes a lot of sense that we would retest down towards this purple line around 20.3, even all the way down towards 20.2 thousand, somewhere in there. But yeah, that would just be basically going to my next, what would have been our higher low previously from starting this range up here. So I really do think if we drop these levels that we would come back down and test these levels. Those of you who have been following along with my channel, you'll know that I am quite bullish in the long to medium term here, ever since we basically broke out of some of this structure here. So I am still leaning bullish on the market here. Just I think it would make sense to see a bit of a pullback. So we're going to have to see how we react with these levels here. So far, like I said, it's nice to see that we are reacting to that green line. But like I said, we drop and we might have a little bit of a tumble there. If I bring up the MDX Algo indicators here, you can see that actually the Algo 3 does, it agrees with me very closely. This green box here would be a demand zone, and the bottom of that is very close to my purple line here. So it's very nice to see that the indicators line up with that level. Really zooming right in here to the 5-minute chart. I mean, we had this, I mean, it is just a 5-minute, keep that in mind, but we got so close to that green line twice, a bit of a double bottom there on a very small time frame. So that's nice to see. Obviously, momentum is still to the downside here. I would want to see us kind of get back above this level here around 23.3 to carry on, just looking like we're entering a bit of a uptrend again. As it stands right now, we have this hourly trend confluence. That would be this red squiggly line here made by the indicator, which has obviously flipped bearish recently. So that's going to be another level of interest that, we might have a little bit of resistance up ahead. Basically, no matter what happens, obviously we have been trending down quite aggressively today, so we do have some resistance up ahead. But as I mentioned, not all hope is lost yet. I am very curious to see what this 4-hour looks like later tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, just basically wanted to bring you a very quick market update, you guys. I am going to be doing a private live stream tomorrow, so watch out for that if you are in the MDX Algo community. Hopefully see you there. If not, I do always post those live streams on my YouTube channel as soon as I can after I'm done streaming. If that's something that interests you, as well as the indicators I use, there's a 15% discount on the referral link down below. So yeah, obviously it's a super fun, supportive community with a lot of good traders. Like I said, I was in there posting analysis. There's a lot of other great traders, some much better than myself in there, also giving their input on the markets in real time. So very cool community to be a part of. and obviously hang out live in the streams and get those beautiful indicators on top of that. So all very cool. Like I said, there's a referral link in my description down below as well as in the comments. But yeah, like I mentioned, you guys, just really wanted to bring these few key important levels, in my opinion, as it stands right now. Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, things do look a little bit bearish currently, so we're going to have to see what happens, but we do still have the support of this range. Really, when you're looking at these larger time frames, I'm going to call the 4 hour a larger time frame, because for me, you guys know, normally I'm looking at 5, 15, 1 hour charts, stuff like that. So 4 hour is a longer time frame to me, for me to be looking at. So yeah, as it stands, I mean, nothing too crazy has happened in the market. There sure is a lot of panic across social media right now, considering we haven't even dropped our current range. Nothing that devastating has happened. This is just a very slight cool down, in my opinion. Like I said, even if we drop down towards these levels, all the way even down towards 20K, I am still going to be very bullish. I had actually pointed out an interesting signal on the oscillator 5 as well that I think is worth mentioning once again. If I bring up the weekly chart here and really zoom in on the oscillator 5, this is a weekly signal, and you guys can see that the money flow, I guess we have this little pink ribbon here that's kind of in the way here, but the money flow did flip to green the other week, and that's a very powerful signal in the past. You guys can watch the video I made specifically about this indicator. Quite an important signal there, in my opinion, but as I mentioned in that video, quite often that signal leads to about a 20 or 30% retrace before actually taking effect. So I mean, if we look at where we topped out here, I mean, we might just be going back down towards a double bottom, and that would still, that signal would still be very valid in my opinion. But anyways, like I said, guys, that's just a few important levels that I'm looking at in the market currently. If you did appreciate this content, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And with that, I'm out. Stay safe, my friends. Peace.